like this, 'cause the music makes me high. And if I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out a loud goodbye.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von's Channel Sweatbox. We back. We live. We active here on the channel. Yes, indeed. You know how we do. Bow, bow, bow. We stay dodging those digital jabs out here in these streets, son. Because it's real out here. You know how we do. We had another review to y'all today. We talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 3. This was called Power Broker. Oh. Let's get into it, man. So, as we left off last week, it ended with Bucky and Sam talking about they got to go see Zemo and get him out so they can get some more information on these Flag Smashers, because they don't know what's up with the Flag Smashers. This week starts out, the show opens, this is a good opening too. It starts out with this whole little cheesy, what looks like it was definitely made by the government ad for the GRC, the Global Repatriation Committee. And I like that ad. It was really good. It felt very political. And then you do a hard cut to the new Captain America, the Captain Walmart, the fake Captain America, with his shield at the safe house where the Flag Smashers were at. He's trying to get some information of where they're at. And he goes in there and they give him no respect, son. Give him no respect. He tries to be all hard. And one dude spits in his face. Like, he literally spits in his face. And he's like, yo, man, you know who I am? He said, I know who you are. I don't even care. So then they pretty much decide they got to go off the books and kind of do what Sam and Bucky are doing to get information. Meanwhile, Sam and Bucky go to see Zemo. And this was a really good scene. This was a really good scene because it starts out with Sam talking about Bucky goes to see Zemo, and Zemo tells him, yeah, I can help you, but yada, I need to get out of here. Then it goes back to Bucky talking to Sam. He's telling Sam we need to bust Zemo out of jail. Sam's like, why we need to do that? And then he's like, how are we going to do that? And then it goes through this whole thing of Sam talking about how this is what we need to do. Meanwhile, you're cutting to you're intercutting into Baron Zemo actually doing it, breaking out of prison, doing the stuff. It was dope. You got to see it. It was dope. It's hard to explain. The way they intercut it, as Bucky explaining what was happening while Zemo was actually doing it, and then the way it happened, and then Zemo walks in the room at the same time. Sam was like, what the? It was dope. He didn't say what the fuck. He was like, yo, you went back to it was great. And then that chemistry between Sam and Bucky was at peak right there when they were arguing and Zemo kept trying to interrupt. And let's be clear, Zemo was dope in this episode. He was dope in this episode. I mean, we got so much character development, and people are like, man, we didn't get no character development from him in Civil War. All he was just sad. Here's the thing, and I get it, and I will accept that because he was a man grieving. He was grieving at the loss of his family. But in this one, he's just like, yo, I'm a Baron, son. I got dough. Let's ball out. But let's go to Madripoor. Is that what it's called? Madripoor? I think it's called Madripoor. Which is where they do go. They break Zemo out. They head to Madripoor. And they have to sit down with the lady. I don't remember her name. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Yeah, I'm not seeing. But anyway, they go to Madripoor to meet with this lady to get more information on who's making the super serum, and they find out that this doctor's making it, and they go see the doctor. But in the meantime, before they go see the doctor, the lady that was helping them, who I don't remember her name, it was like Stivey or something. I'm trying to see. I'm looking at a credit. If I'm distracted, because I'm looking at this cast list, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah. Sorry for being distracted. I was hoping I'd get the name of it because I just don't remember the name of the chick who got killed after she gave up the information. It starts with an S and it was just like a short name. And Anyway, Anyway, and so after they kill her, it turns into John Wick. All the criminals in Madripoor start going after them, after Bucky, Sam, and Zemo, and then Sharon Carter shows up, and yada yada yada, murders a couple people. Here's what I like, and then somebody else mentioned this. They had like the whole city was after them. She murders like 2 people, and then it's fine. They just get away easily. Anyway, I'll let it slide. But real quick, the funny thing was Zemo had told them, okay, so in order for us to get to Madripoor, Bucky, you're going to have to pretend to be somebody you haven't been, somebody you claim to be you didn't exist. And Sam, you got to dress up like this dude. His name was Smiling Tiger. It was great. And then his cover gets blown when his sister calls on the phone. It was great. It was great. He was talking tough. He said, yeah, that bank, all the money we extorted for them, man, all the money we laundered for them, I'm going to kill that banker. It's just like, what? It was great. Anthony Mackie's a really good actor. He's a really good actor. I'm all over the place, by the way. And then there was the scene, there was the scene when they're waiting to go meet with the chicks. I don't remember her name. And all these dudes is like, he has to drink the snake venom. That was dope. And then the dudes run up on him. He's like, Winter Soldier, attack. And the Bucky just starts beating the snot out of all these dudes. I mean, just beating them down. Just beating them down, son. Vintage Winter Soldier. And Zemo's like, look how easily he slips back into the old ways. I was like, yeah, it's a hard habit to break. So then when they run into Sharon Carter, I love this version of Sharon Carter. She's a little darker than we used to see. First of all, I'm just a fan of her anyway because she's so gorgeous. She's so beautiful. She does such a good job in this role. But this is a completely separate side of her. I mean, she's broken. She's very disheartened with America, with politics, with superheroes. So she's living in Madripoor, thriving as a criminal. She's out here selling black market paintings, you know what I'm saying? Toting guns, beating niggas up in the streets, just full out gangster hustling, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm here for all of it. It kind of made her way sexier. Like, for real. Sharon Carter, Elizabeth Van Camp. Is that her name? Emily Van Camp, I'm sorry. You need to holler at your boy. You little sexy thing, you. Cap ain't even around no more, you know what I'm saying? Plus, he was trying to get with your auntie anyway. Holler at your boy. No, I'm just joking. She is cute, though. But her character, I love the whole idea of her character being super dark now. And really disenchanted with America and all that. Sam agrees to get her a pardon if she helps him, and she does. Then we get the dope scene of them at the trailer, at the docks with all the trailers. And this was the funny scene. I thought this scene was hilarious because Bucky, Zemo, and Sam all go in to talk to the doctor who makes the serum and they leave Sharon Carter outside with like all the assassins, and she puts in all the work, son. All the work. She puts in all the work. I mean, she murders like 12 people. Then she runs aside like, yo, we gotta go. And then that was the moment when Zemo kills the doctor. We get to talk to the doctor who created the new serum. He's talking about he created 20 vials of it. And Carly, what's her name? Carly Flag Smasher, she stole all 20 of them. And she used 8 of them on the Super Soldier, so I guess that means like 12 of them left. Real quick, we'll talk about her story. Carly's story was good this episode because she's going through some things. She has to go visit like a dying family member, what I think was her mother. Or a motherly figure dies, and then she goes and she steals these supplies, and they're having and they're having this moment where her and old boy Dovich, I think his name is, they're reminiscing on how their life could have been this way and that way before they go steal these supplies from this camp. And then they steal the supplies from the camp, and they leave. She leaves the room, and she leaves all the people tied up, and they go to the car. She's like, put your seatbelt on, put your seatbelt on. And right before they're about to leave, boom, she blows up this car bomb and blows up the building, killing all the people that was inside. So she just went from Robin Hood to straight up terrorists. It was all bad. It was all bad. And let's just on a side note, Aaron Kellyman is doing a very good job with this character. This character has depth. I love it. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see where this is gonna play out. I don't think she's gonna end up being the main villain. I feel like she's gonna die, as a matter of fact. Power Broker, main villain. Captain America, main villain. We'll see. I don't know. We didn't get much of Captain America, the fake Captain America, this episode. So we'll see what happens with him. We basically had his whole thing this episode was he's trying to figure out what's going on, so he's going to end up trailing Bucky and Sam. So then, where was I at? After Zemo kills the Doctor, they got to make this escape. And Zemo has this moment where he puts the mask on, he puts in all this work, kills like 4 or 5 dudes, and it was really funny. The thing about Zemo's great, man. Everything with Zemo was great this episode. There was the scene where Sharon Carter's having the party and everything, and it shows Sam and Bucky dancing, and it shows Zemo he was just giggling like, just doing his Zemo dance. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his little Zemo dance. It was dope. Oh man, this episode was really good. Zemo and Sharon Carter were the best things about this episode, man. Yeah, it was really good. And so then the episode ends with a super dope surprise ending, okay? So after all the drama at the dock, they get away. Sharon Carter goes her separate ways. We're going to see her again, I'm sure. But then they get to the little hideout, and Bucky's like, I'm going to go for a walk. He starts seeing these little circular balls. You know what I'm saying? He finds 2 or 3 of them, and he turns, and he's like, I wonder when you show up, and it's one of the fucking Dora Milaje from Wakanda. I was like, oh, shit just got real. She's like, we're here for Zemo. Yeah. Because, Zemo, he put the kibosh on the original King T'Chaka. So I'm pretty sure the Dora Milaje and the Wakanda people are not happy about that. How is Wakanda going to factor into this? It's funny, too, because we got the mention earlier in the episode, and it was kind of said in passing, and I didn't really think much of it. Sam was like, what do you think the Wakanda people are going to feel about the fact that Zemo killed their king, and we letting them out hanging out? I was like, yeah, it's a valid point. But man, this was a good episode. Episode 3, we halfway through. We halfway through the series now. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What do y'all think? Share your thoughts. Leave your comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications. And until next time, look, I'm about to be heading out in about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I'm going to be leaving to head to the airport to go to San Diego. So make sure you click the notification so you know when I upload, because I'm going to be uploading some very cool travel vlogs from San Diego. It's going to be a good time. Until next time, you know how we do. Peace.
To the ends with you, I'ma go. To the end with you, I'ma go.